Yeah, no, definitely. I've seen the same thing with like a lot of the other people, even myself. Even if it starts up high, and then back,
couple of strikes,
it starts getting lower. People are like,
you're still spinning.
Even when they go here, now it's the tip instead of like deeper on the left.
But like if you jumped in here and I'm just doing that, that will power straight through.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas if I'm higher, and also higher makes it not point at you.
Yeah.
So when I point at you, now it's in the right spot, and I can point at you.
That left foot forward, especially at points. Yeah. Even with the right, it's still like forward over the shoulder.
Yeah.
But you could scratch your chin.
Yeah.
Right. But something else I've tried to do a little bit is I find my hands creep into the middle too much. Yeah. And then now my head feels like I'm 2/3 on the right side when this is in the middle because of my angle on it. Right. And I feel like my hands are more of a target. Yeah. So I feel like I have to pull it back more to my armpit. Like you're right about the height. Like still the same height where I can scratch the chin. I think I've said it in another video where I've like if I turn my head, I'm scratching it over here, but it's not directly under the chin. Yeah. So the tip is still across, but it's in my armpit there. So like
I think if at least as soon as I lean, my hands come back.
Yeah.
And
it's also a bait, which you can do like with the hands there. Yeah. But I am getting a lot of people's fingers going through like that. Yeah. But if it's back in the armpit, it will just go past. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's something you can play around with a bit. So
that feels alright there, but then on this side, I know you're thinking of
as long as you know both sides of it still.
Yeah.
It will slowly, just as you're doing it, moving it, you will slowly creep into the middle and just be aware that that's now the target of it wants. Yeah. If you pulled it in the middle, it makes your head better defense on both sides. Yeah. But because now your head's got a defender, that's now more of a option.
If I lean back, it's
the lean once again takes away a lot of it as well. Yeah. Yeah, nice. And you can also have it here, and as they go for it, pull it to the armpit and come back with it. Like it feels like you're a little reflex. Yes. So I'm like I said, you can have it there as long as you're just aware of it. Like, yeah. Easy.
And I think the other, don't just be drunk, keep moving as well.
Yeah.
I think I was doing too much on the spot.
Yeah,
which lets you read the scenario. But I'm not.
I want us to do more of a broken rhythm with the upper body and slow down and do less stuff with the upper body, like especially less like offense. But I feel like the lower half should never stop moving. I think like smaller steps with the lower half, so it's less telegraphed, and you can change direction a bit easier. Yeah. You just gotta be careful about the weight shifting, especially for the lean. But I'm doing way more pivots, way more smaller steps. All the footwork is big mistake. It's flashing holes and moving stuff around with the inganios, which is nice. But you're right, constant movement.
I think it's also the threatening you.
Yeah.
If I'm not threatening you, if I'm just doing hands.
Yeah.
Then you might be going, what's he doing?
It's not just a dodge or a block to keep you safe. It's a dodge or a block and a pagada to return something. Yeah. As long as that's also not falling into trap. Making sure that you're not just using your footwork to dodge and block to then be stationary and go bang. But still dodge and block, but as you do your shot, still fall out of the way and just whether we're defending or doing offense or feet forward.
Feeling too cramped, man.
Yeah. I feel like you're not doing the start to a certain limit, but it's partially the way I'm doing my footwork with doing the form. because you're coming in like almost with like V style attacks, but as you get to the tip of your V, I'm doing the same V backwards. I'm like matadoring, drawing you forward, and the more I draw you forward, the less of you going in and out, and the more it feels like it starts to feel like you're going like this. But the more I draw you forward, the narrower it gets, and then you feel like you're on a straight line.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it just means that at that point, didn't detach. So it means that you're doing too much forward pressure, because you're doing the retracting footwork, pulling you into a straight line.
Yeah.
So anytime you feel like that, like it's getting narrower and all your attacks come down the middle, exit. Like do a couple of like backline Dorello, because that's how I set it up against you.
I think I'll do the old 2 steps back. I think I'm only doing the 1 step.
Yeah. And I'm following as well, and I started off in the Largo range. Then I immediately, like after I said don't do too much offense, did 2 or 3 offense, lost my finger. I was like, all right, stop the offense. But then I was like, all right, get the defense down, footwork, feel more comfortable. And I pulled it a bit closer to, it was like not fully media, but like media Largo, like in between, which meant that all of a sudden, as you did the single step backwards, I was able to stay on, and I was able to start getting like little like hand shots on you and whatnot.
Okay.
So once again, it's me trying to pull it closer without the offense.
Yeah.
Once again, I had to do something bad in the Largo for me to go, wait, pull that back, stop doing that. Okay. I get too much into my automatic like baiting and faking, but I gotta stop actually throwing it.
Yeah.
I gotta just bait and fake on the body, not on off.
Yeah, it gives me the targets.
That's right, we've had a rusty 6 months of injuries and sicknesses.
Oh yeah,
and
this is just getting back in there.
But like, it's feeling good now, like.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was watching that video from the other day, and I feel super heavy on the front foot watching it, where now I feel like I'm switching way more. But maybe that'll become stuff a bit. Yeah. My other problem was that my defense was too heavy, and then people stopped throwing offense at me.
As I'm exiting, I've got to keep that moving,
Especially like if you run sometimes strike, spine, make you feel safe. Like you get it.
Then you don't react.
Then you got head movement, footwork, spine, you got multiple ways to do that work together. I was just thinking, I'm like, I did one flare, and then I was like, well, I haven't seen you do a roof block, like step back. And I was like, oh, you're not dragging the back foot past the center line. It's not that I tested it, I just went, I haven't seen you even fake the block on it.
I did that, but I didn't.
It wasn't the foot. No, it was the back foot. I was watching you do this before, and you didn't cross there. Because that even if it hits weird, it gets you off the line. So I was like, oh wait, if I can just get it slightly like past this line here and get it more in the middle, I can get that tip over, like closer.
That's where I'm feeling flat-footed again. But if I do too much of this, then I'm in the wrong.
You had the same thing 6 months ago, like it's just a little tweak where you just, it's when you try to spine it a little bit more. You know, I think you flared it up.
Yeah,
but I think your tip was still higher.
Yeah.
Like I think you flared and moved, but you got to really chuck that hand up and move the back foot. I think you actually already had your right foot backwards. Yeah.
I was. It felt like I did this.
Yeah, I think you already had it, and I think you did more of a popo.
Yeah, I've just done
But
that.
with the popo, I feel like it's flat, like horizontal, and it can power through. But when the foot moves, it actually flares it up, and the tip gets like lower.
I wonder whether it should be lower.
No, it's just getting off the line, especially when your foot's already going.
Yeah,
because I'm like, even if it doesn't hit great on here, it's sliding off and going past. Yeah. Also, that's a really good load.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. And I was just thinking, I was like, what's a hold that you had like in the last 6 months? I'll go for that. Because you seem fine with all my fast ones, my sneaky ones, different ranges and counters. That's it. I reckon 2/3 of them I'm doing spines.
Yeah.
But I do spines after my first offense a lot of the time. So, because I'll go out here and I know what the shot's going to be because I open the window.
Yeah.
So because I open the window, I know I can do the footwork and the retraction. But now this is all the way back, just in case I've done that and you turn it.
Oh, yeah.
But then even if I do a strike again, it's now so fast, I'm almost just doing like the roof block on just because it's quicker for both the offense and defense, and then you get it back faster. Yeah. But it's just, it looks like a straight line, but it's still circular, as opposed to me going all the way down, all the way back. Like that's such a bigger circle, as opposed to like this like fast little one. Yeah. So I'm like, exactly. So I'm like, I like using the spines, and you can even chuck it back in after like a couple. But I might use the spine on the first and the fifth. The second, third, fourth might all be roof blocks.
Yeah.
Like, it just means I can get my hand on it as well. I'll just move that a bit. So yeah, if you do a random attack at me, I reckon you could do a spine by like, I do it like step as you do it, like do something like type, and then do some kind of spine and get past. But if you did any attack here as you went past, you would block off them. It's just so fun that you gotta throw that back. I am lower there because and then it looks like you're gonna get under the once you when you step out. So if you step that right behind you, that's it. Like you have to think that. That's it. Now he's gonna point. You get the tip pointed at me because your back foot's not moving. And you keep flying it, and it's more like out. Feels like the backside footwork on the other side. I think, you know what? This will be good for your footwork actually, because you're quite good at doing that backwards drag with your left foot, so coming around.
Yeah, I like
coming around, doing all that side and whatnot. The roof block is the opposite. Yeah. So I'm like, I think that's why, because your footwork's very heavy on that side, on the opposite side. But if you get the roof block done, it'll actually make your footwork more ambidextrous.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. I'm gonna make that your main focus today on everything, because I do that on every weapon group. From the double Espada, Espada Daga, Solo Espada, Daga, and Dos Manos. I do that in all 5. Yeah. Probably Daga the least.
I stretched it out. I just thought we are getting close.
No, it was good.
Yeah.
Startled me.
And
I'm used to you stretching it out, but on the low one, like down here, the high, I was like, oh Jesus. That was good.
So I realised I haven't been a bit more non-telegraphic stretching.
I find that harder to deal with than that.
That's easy.
That's it. This could be an ambidextrous flexibility this side. This I have to pick the right side.
Okay. So I'll start off a bit more.
And you say like, I'll just get paranoid and it looks like maybe you did like a little looks like flinch. I'll just go bang. I'll throw my head first, then flare, and then see if I can drag the foot without. I almost feel like the foot's last. It feels like I'm falling with my head.
Well, it should be head first.
Just in case it's so quick, I'm going, Jesus, moving, trying to slip it, and then trying to get something up in between in case I can
See, last time I had this problem, I was going head first. And head first, it's a weird way to fight, but it seemed to start working.
I was going to say, I'm like, as long as you don't just keep favouring one side, but you seem good, even when you do that circle now, you've detached enough, and you're doing it in a point that's making me turn, and then my feet aren't lining up with it. Interesting. But maybe leave with the head a bit more.
I'll try to leave with the head again. Because when I start doing this.
Just be aware that the next setup would be a backpack front. Because if they realise if you go too far with the head, you go too low, you get under it, then they're going to fake that kind of money out. You want to be hard, and then come so as long as you're close to it and moving, you'll be fine.
Keep that moving.
less power maybe.
Yeah. I think it's because I was trying it.
No,
you're extending.
No, you're good. Yeah. It's working good. I don't mind if you keep the speed.
Yeah. It's alright, I'll back it off a bit.
No, you're good.
I was trying to block the car. You got under here.
I thought you were gonna like jump backwards maybe from
here.
That's why I almost tried to fake that, but it didn't look real enough. I was gonna jump backwards and see if I could make it.
And I was trying to knock that down to come up.
I think it's because I realised you didn't jump back.
Yeah.
So it looked like it was going to be here, and then I shortened it. So like, yeah, because if you jump backwards, that's where it would have been. Because I was expecting you to extend the range.
Yeah.
And you didn't, and I was like, I'm going to lose that if I shorten it up. Do you want to switch to knife, or do you want to go on this?
Just 5 more minutes of this.
Yeah, no.
Because it's...
Look at it like I want to see how it looks compared to those videos from 6 months ago, because the camera's been like playing up, they've been playing up.
I've done a few different styles now. Now I'm not just locked here.
Yeah.
I'm moving more open.
No, it's good. Like I see like some holes, but it's shifting. Yeah, it seems intentional. It seems like a trap to me. Yeah. So like, it's just.
But I've got to be ready in case you launch in.
Yeah.
Get right up here. That's Aaron's coming.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Alright.
Just the tiniest.
But even that, I should have pulled the foot back a bit more.
Yeah, you're right. Or you can even slightly popo. Yeah. The popo is like both an umpadata and a low. Yeah. Because like if I went past this and you popo it, you've done that, but now turn it into some kind of forehand shot. Oh yeah. Like speed assist wise, like so I mean, like if you go here, you can whip that into like that and that to the head. Like the one you did before and the one that you like to do on the head. Yeah. Works real well. You could also pretend to go for the hand and flare it up as well. Yeah. Even though it didn't make a connection, you dodged and spined at the same time.
Even I saw it went like that. I went, oh no.
And it's because it looked like you had this lined up for a second, and it looked like you did like a fake. And as you did, I did a roof block.
As soon as
but once again, because I've done the roof block, I've gone, I'm loaded.
Yeah, I'm loaded. Oh no.
And like even when you see it, it's too fast because you go fucking close. Yeah. Interesting. But once again, I had to extend that and extend that and extend that until we made it was a timing thing.
Yeah.
That was just a misstep really.
Oh yeah, it's what you're supposed to do.
That's it, like you know what it was, so it's all good.
Yeah, I've got to work out how to drive in,
but
not be so close that you can just come over the top.
It's less offense. Physically come in, still keep faking, keep your hands further back on your have your hand on your body whilst you're faking. to get physically closer and don't actually throw it. Because that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm beating any of the black belts at the moment. All of you can still get me on a sniper shot, so I still got to be careful in the way in.
Yeah, no one's going to be perfect.
Exactly. But we all like the counter game. We all want that umpagada. So so if I come forward and messing with it, they don't get their own umpagada for the setup. So now it becomes deflections and blocking, timing instead of counters. And we're all going to flinching with the third and fifth counter and whatnot. You're not. You've been disconnecting well. Like I said, that wasn't me catching you out on a flinch. That was just a misstep.
Yeah, the old. Yeah. That was flat.
Yeah.
And I'd already extended and it went.
That's it. It wasn't like you did the wrong technique. It's not like I pulled the shot or anything. It's just I just timed it. Yeah. See, like exactly where you came into. Yeah. I almost went for that then. You did a couple of like fakes, and I wasn't sure if they were real or not. And then just for a second, as you started to retract, you lowered that. You did it on the retraction. That was at the point where I wanted to go like that. I saw a green light for a second. But it's like you're going fake, fake, fake. And it's like you showed the opening, and then just floated out of range. But you just did it for a split second, and I'm like, fucking now. And then I was like, no, it's a trap. Exactly. But before you didn't come in as close to that. Like before, it would have been like I would have had to step to do it, where it was just enough that if I reached, I could reach you without the step. Yeah. Like that tiny little bit of difference is what makes people really want to go for it.
And I think last time I came into this range, I'd strike first. Yeah. And that gave you a chance to come over the top.
And we're all waiting and looking for those counter shots. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't care what the first and second is. I'm looking for 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't care if I lead or you lead, but I'm looking for like you do anything. Yeah. I'm going like spine to throwing something out and I'm moving, and now I'm going from here. Who's fucked up range, angle. The lean, weight shifting, are their hands in the middle or too low, are they off the body? Yeah. Like I'm just trying to get past those first couple of moves, and that's not too hard at the moment with like the footwork and the distancing. Like I'm pulling the arm, like I said, it makes it a lot easier when I get to time the entry, because I'm like, I'll wait till I see this is like on the backhand side or something. Yeah. And then like you're not even throwing it, but it's just angled that way. Yeah. And then I'll just step to here. Yeah. And I'm like, if you don't throw, I'm just gonna go fake. And as you throw it, you'll shift the move with the step. Yeah. I know what angle it's going to be. I'm going to show the thing that sets up the angle that I want, which means that the first counter is way easier. I'm throwing something out, but I'm not committing to it, and I'm just seeing what your counter is and then playing off it. Okay. Yeah, but it's all pretty much started from the forward pressure, which is what Aaron's been doing to a lot of people in class, but he's not. He's leading. Yeah. That's where I figured out if I don't lead it, then I can get an advantage in the counters. Mm. Yeah. Okay. That being said, if we both do it, then that's an entry.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, do you want me to snooze another 5?
Yeah. No. Okay. No.
Right. It's only like 10 past 6. Oh. So like we've still got like 50 minutes an hour. Yeah. No one's actually really thrown. And then when it does, see, it's something you don't set up, but you just go now. It's just a chance. Same with that roof block one before. I wasn't setting it up; it just happened to be there all the time.
I think I did a double fake.
Yeah. And the weight seemed to shift like 10 or 20%.
Yeah, well, the double fake, I was.
And I went, you can't get back quick enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it meant that you couldn't just float.
I had to roll.
You had to almost push off to move it.
Or roll.
Yeah.
Normal.
But it just feels like you're floating in and out, opening and closing holes constantly. Threatening offense, not throwing it, but constantly keeping your defense up, the head movement, the footwork and everything. And you're just coming in and out going, I dare you to throw. And if they don't, you start doing the same starting, just closer and closer, and then they start to get more and more stressed out and start lashing out, and then they get openings. As long as you can deal with the lash outs. So it's so much about the defense.
As I get closer, I've got to get in more.
That's it. Everything gets tighter and higher.
I couldn't even see that.
No, it was it looked like the spine of yours hit the back of my hand.
Right.
Yeah.
I got in the light and I knew I was coming up, but I couldn't see a lot.
It might have busted my hand or like my thumb.
Yeah.
You never know with those spine shots. It's still metal.
Oh, I've got my hand and
just.
Oh, I thought, I've got it, I got it.
And the head, you've moved the head off the line.
Yeah, I thought I got this, I got this.
I think it's still the foot.
Yeah, I had my...
That's it, it
there.
starts here, but then you got, if the foot keeps going, that would have missed the hand.
Yeah, I had to keep that.
Yeah, but it's a hard timing thing. Sometimes you don't have enough time to like, But you're getting it up better. The head's actually off the line now because I was landing the head shot before. So that's already in the movement. You just got to keep getting the foot back. Even if you get the full poco, just drag it off.
Just keep moving.
Yeah, sometimes you will have to poco first to start the movement.
Oh, you got it.
I just think I've done vertical, let's go home.
Yeah. I thought I'll keep them higher. So that worked the first one. But you're right, you got behind it.
Once again, even with the right foot at the back there, even as you pull it in, it lets you suck that elbow in more. As you flare the tunnel up, that front arm that I hit folds back in more.
Well, my biggest problem was I stayed twice. I did that, and then I thought, oh, I'll stay here. And that gives you time to think, oh, where else?
You stayed with the lower half. Your upper body was doing stuff, but
I was down
only
here
for one extra move, but your feet didn't keep retracting.
And that gave you time to go, forget that, I'll come in here.
No, let's do one more, like another 5. We can do the whole session solo Espada if we want. We'll just see how it feels. Because this will transfer into everything else.
So if you don't hammer me in the dark but get an arrow, like we seem to start about here, and I'm, so I've got to,
Alright.
Let's think of what I'd be doing. So I've got to move back a bit, but I can't, if I move back too far, I'm actually in his line. I really need to move forward for the second.
It seems like you're still on the, almost too vertical when you're going back to, it feels like you're trying to do an instant return, in the guard and counter. As if you're going for a hand shot or something.
So
it feels like you're just trying to do like that.
But I'm right.
He's cutting too many angles, so he's not staying on the middle, so you shouldn't. So
I feel like when you start doing just do an arrow now, I should be just out here straight away.
100%.
Because that will give me...
I'm still just going. It's the same principle as the hand fighting. I'm going away from his
blade.
From
that.
If that's here, the hand's going away. Hand's going away. Same thing. I see this coming. I'm already angling around, moving my head. But I also know that he's probably not going to commit to that. It's probably going to be some kind of Abanico thing. And then
could be coming around.
Exactly.
But still further away.
As long as you do the footwork for the first one, but then just keep your head close to your sword, like behind it, so you're not like overly. Cause I'll face this way, but it means that if you change direction, like, and then like once I see you cross the center line, I know I'm gonna angle back this way. But there's a chance you're gonna go here, and like something like that. So I'll face the first one. I'm gonna go here, and then have to fall back and maybe do something. But if I don't do an attack here, a lot of time people are going to go 1, 2, 3, then try to exit, and then if you stay on them with the defense, so if you just stay on that, and as I step back, step forward, people, that's when they go, and that's where you get openings on people. I do the same thing, you make me flinch off it.
You got to try and get it out.
I got to turn the flinch response into a contraction instead of an expansion. Because I'm like, if I can contract back to that, contract back to that, as opposed to trying to block or frame or whatever, then it just sets you up for the follow-ups. And it usually doesn't. People want you to flinch outwards.
Definitely. But if you're not moving, if I start just doing drunken like this, that gives you options to cut around.
It's a range thing as well, like I said. Like I'll do the spines when it's further out, and like, or if I've stepped into range and I know probably what angle you're gonna do, and I can do something like that. Now I'm not gonna drop it past like here again. I'm not gonna do something down to here and then get surprised when I can't, when I drag it through my throat or something. So at that point, it's nearly everything's coming back to that scratching the chin area. So it's a range thing. Whenever I'm inside the Lago closer to media,
really
it has to be high the whole time. I want a little bit of a lean. And I'm like, I'm not faking off my body. Everything has to come straight back.
Well, that has to be, like you said, solid.
And even in the middle of my strike, I'm looking at where's my head in relation to that. And it could be back to here, and even as it's coming back and going, I'm even going back. That's it. Like you're moving around it. You've got the blade.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I brought it up at least.
And once again, you're not just going straight into offense. I just thought I'd do one of the other go style.
Just see what happens.
Cut me, but it startled the fuck out of me. I was just like, oh shit.
I'm thinking I'm stepping twice back now.
That's good.
So I'm coming in.
Because a single step means that I can follow and you'll get surprised. 2 steps means I can follow, but it means that you get alerted on the first step and you're already in motion on the second step.
I'm reading what you're doing now coming in. I do a fake, I may do a shot, but then I get out. I don't do a double shot because then I'm getting caught.
You can later if you see them make their reactions. Leaving it open.
If you've moved.
That's it.
If you haven't
if you did a single shot, and as you did, you saw that I'm pushing out like that, you're going to go, oh, that's going to be a slash and stab next time. Exactly. So I'm like, but I won't do it before I see the mistake. It's a lot of fakes, a lot of singles, a lot of exiting. But you're getting closer than usual as well, which is good.
I'm trying to come in closer, but 2 out.
It's good.
Well, I was only doing single out.
Well, before, like, it felt like you were going for stuff like this, but now it feels like you're like stepping and doing it. So now I have to like knock it down and I have to dodge a lot more and like, just fascinating. You did a third fake on the vertical. You did one and it startled me. The second, I was like, okay. The moment you did a third, it's like I'm powering through it.
It's staying in too long each time you've got me.
But you know what it is though.
Unless I do something that actually pushes you back. If you're reading me for 2,
but you did pull a startled flinch on the first one. Because it was with a forward movement with your feet. So like you did it, but you didn't extend, so I didn't know if it was real or not. So it looked like, I'm like, oh, it looks like a fake. But as you've done it, you almost like come in like that. And I was going, whoa, because the range changed on it. It meant that if you wanted to commit to it, it wouldn't have.
That would have been the time.
It's the right range. I mean, I still maybe would have got a roof or a spine, but it means that I went from being like, oh, I'll have to float and time this, to going, if I don't, I'm 100% going to get hit just to the range.
Right, okay.
But then it was like here to that.
Yeah.
And the second one I read, and I've already started to get off the line.
Yeah,
and on the third one, I've powered into.
Because we're that close.
Yeah.
Like if I stay there for that long,
that's it. Because also like people do this all the time, and then it just like out of nowhere comes through. So I was like, I'm getting lined up half of the gun.
Yeah, if you're off the path, then you can actually power in.
Yeah. Okay. But once again, like your movement's looking good. Your guard's way higher with your hands.
Yeah.
You get a bit of a lean because it doesn't look like you're flinching back and like getting startled. You are, even if you step back, it's a flow.
Yeah. Well, in my head, you know the old think defense.
Yeah.
I'm thinking 2 steps back, 2 steps
no,
back. So
I can feel that you've got the defensive mindset.
Yeah.
Against the higher ranks, it's such a heavy forward pressure defensive mindset.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Is that against like a mid rank or like a lower rank, you can just go defensive mindset out a long range, and then it's so relaxing because you got the timing and the everything, and you know the measurement. They probably don't. So you just get at that point, you just get to play Largo stuff. You know, I can just deflect and fall. I can dodge this and bounce that.
But then I don't like doing that because then all of a sudden I'm in the next round.
Yeah, I was like,
and I'm too relaxed.
And then you go up against someone that also is just like, exactly.
I was with that the other day, and I was going fine.
Aaron's got good timing.
Yeah, and then I said, okay, let's go, Aaron. Anyway,
Jason has a good push cut. Cade's got a good like Bob Letty like jab
So I've got to. It's that old switch on with everything.
I would say at the beginning, I'm almost straight away, just defensively getting off the line, and I'm testing. How do I feel with the weight shifting this way, that foot right out here? How do I feel with the weight shifting that way? How do I feel with this? Yeah, that's my 3. Then off that, I'm going to go, if I felt like faking, and spining, faking, spining, how do I feel? And I go, that feels good, that feels good, that feels good. I just start testing it, and all right,
come in.
And now I can actually start shifting forward. No, I'm not really even moving forward yet. I'm on the edge, and I'm going to circle. I'm not going to move backwards because I don't want to just get shoved into a corner. So like, if they do shove forward, I'm matadoring them and letting them take that space. But I'm not driving in fast either.
No.
And I'm expecting some kind of sniper shot at the beginning because there's some people that are just loaded off the get-go. They're either straight for something or like they want to. I do understand that both like Mungomi and Ray do like their stationary thing. They're a master.
Yeah, that's.
So to me, that's the very end game. And I get that that's probably a higher level thing, but I feel like there's an in-between stage with the constant movement to feel safe. So I feel like they do that in the beginning, but even when Mungomi and Ray did that thing at the seminar in 2017, where they started sparring with each other, after a couple of like these, they did both start moving, doing like the Dorello footwork, almost in a tiny little 30-centimeter circle. Even they're doing the footwork on the spot when it gets to a higher level. So I'm trying to figure that out. I reckon the constant movement means your reaction speed is faster. So I'm like, and eventually I'd like to be able to just stand there and just completely dominate on the first shot like that and not have to move.
But we want to be able to do this perfect first.
Yeah, because I feel like all of this is what happens if that doesn't work. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm up against the master in training sometimes, so he's probably going to get me on that. I need to drag you into this. So,
Well, even then, I just want to think 2 steps back at the beginning. You know, if they're charging,
100%. Once again, like, if you touch and you go 2 steps, you see on that first step, like, it doesn't even register in the first step because you just float. And then as you're almost starting the second step, you're like, he stepped with that. And you've already been, and at least you still have the same distance. Where if you don't step back or you do the one,
well, if I just do the one,
if you do one and then the second one comes, then you're forced into quarter, and usually then your lower back's all tight.
Whatever's happened.
That's it.
All right, we'll do another 5 of this, and we'll try 9.
Easy. We can do like 15 on knife, 15 on katana. That was good, that was good.
I'm trying to step in and put pressure without...
No, it was nice, because I pulled back on it and loaded, but you timed it with a step, so even though I was retracting the side, it still got my forearm.
Yeah, I was coming in and trying to keep to the side.
No, it was good. If you did that even slightly too far out, you wouldn't have got my forearm then. It was good depth. Nice, mate, that was awesome. And, that would have been like my bottom 2 fingers tendons of my forearm, because you can cut across.
Well, that time I could actually see most of your shots.
Yeah.
Where you were surprising me earlier.
Yeah.
Now because I'm going out by 2.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing most of them and think, oh,
so like, I think you were coming in, but then occasionally stay and move, and you'd do a few like this where you'd be moving.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden you do one.
Yeah.
And the second that you did like a plant shift on that second shift, I'm gonna smash you on something.
Well, that's what was happening.
I'm gonna fake on the first shift and then get something around it. That you're not staying in for that second one. You're just exiting again, and like you said, you're extending the exit. Yeah. So like I said, you're coming in further, but you're also exiting further. You've just extended the point on the star. Yeah. It's a really shallow one for the Largo and Pagada stuff going in and out of the in-range line, just for the Largo and Pagadas. But once you get to the higher levels, it's such a deeper spike.
Well, it is, but if I don't come in...
But it's not like I'm doing these giant steps.
No.
It's just lots of little ones.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like I'm doing way more step. I feel like I'll do 2 or 3 steps for what before I was trying to go like lunge, which is still good on those, but it's too much of a load and it shows the opponent that it's too slow for it, and it's more like, in that time I've loaded, you've already done 1 step. Yeah. The time I move, you've done your second step already.
To get back and out.
Exactly.
So we're definitely coming in closer.
Oh yeah.
But I still don't feel ready to clamp and do all that stuff.
No, because that's where we both have to get to a point where almost even a little bit closer again, where it's like we're going passing, can we scrape and hit like these? So it can be like these, but then maybe it's like we both step in and try to do like some forehand shot, and then go, can I drag and go out like that? And when it gets more into that range a bit more often, and that's when we fake in this range. And if you fake, that's going to happen. I'm probably going to get nailed. If I fake and you go past, same kind of thing, or maybe I can hit the hands. But it's when we both go here and both go fake, and then you go, oh, we both fake. That's the entry time move. That's when I see it.
All right. Well, how about I'm happy to try coming in closer again.
Yeah.
But I'll
pause at another 5.
Yeah, I'd like to try to do this.
I'm happy just to do 10 minutes on the other 2 weapons.
Because I feel like I'm coming in okay, but I haven't got to the clamping stage.
Yeah.
It'll take another...
just it doesn't have to be fast, but you know, like where we...
I won't go crazy.
Just see how you feel with this for a sec.
But
so that one, really try to get that back foot punch.
I just know I've got to get under it. Because if I've tried to do this before and you've been able to get through.
Get under it, but at the same time, I almost throw my head to the left more than under. Yeah. I feel like I'm falling with the back left of my head. Because then that drags my right foot every time. That's it.
Then drive. See, I like being down because I'm ready to push up in.
Oh, for your entry, that's perfect position. Yeah. You don't want to be too low for these.
Before I used to try to do this.
Why is that going on?
Before I used to try it more upright. And you were always getting in the head because I'm trying to drag through the hips. And you can
I get what you mean.
Whereas when I get lower, I don't have to move my...
Once again, as long as when you're lower, you still flare and step with that back there. As long as that moves past your back with the wrist block, then I don't care how low you get.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's just the lower people get, sometimes the less they do that dragging foot. The foot's more important than the height. Okay. Did you want to do it? I said, no, we already did that.
If I get in, I won't go fast.
It's all good.
Because I'm thinking of getting pretty close.
So
I won't be doing.
I'd rather like get it as even when we had the broken rhythm, I'd rather flow with it. Like flow and break it, flow and break it. You don't have to go hard and power.
But there won't be any like killer bag sack or shit. No. It'll be more the.
We wanted to see what we can get to.
Not obvious either.
We can always see that another time if you want to.
where I'm just here to get to there.
Yeah.
When I'm down here, if I stay here, I feel like you're going to cut the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like to get from that to here.
You are. I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm going back out.
That's where I'm trying to pull. I actually want you to throw the shot, but it's a shot that I like. See, there you're letting me pick because you're in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's why you're going to.
But it's very hard when you get to this.
Yeah.
If you're not already here.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to get to like here or here and open like the side there. And then the opening is on the first step, but it closes on the second of a Dorello. Like I said, I'm like, whether it's you throwing a strike, a lot of time I'm not even throwing a strike. I'm faking the strike and looking to see can I do it still. But I've opened that with this step. Yeah. And like you see that line there. But then I've got that. I'm doing both a retraction and the second step for the Dorello to make sure, like, it's really like a backline Dorello. Yeah. I've just kind of stepped over for it. It looks like I'm stepping in, but I'm not doing a full front line one around. Yeah. Unless I see you follow more, then I'll pivot further and it's more like a front line. But it feels more like I'm doing the backline one, like I'm doing like an elastico, like I'm floating and facing in here. Okay. And I'm like, yeah,
that's still close.
Yeah. But it means that I've got more open. And I want you to throw your shot, but I want to know what it is. So I've done this to make it go here, and I can either block that if it's that angle, and if it's more vertical, I'm probably going to do something like a spine. But both of my reactions, whether it's a block or a spine, are off that same footwork. My footwork doesn't change. That's the thing that has to stay. So I'm like, I'm always doing the Dorellos and the Ready Rider footworks. It's just, can I find something that fits that footwork defensively, whether it's a spine or a block or a parry. Like, if it's close enough, I might be able to use like the edge. Okay. And like, that's it. Like, that's it. Like, I feel like we had a similar thing in the katana. If you watch the videos that I've just chucked up 6 months ago, where we both felt like we're too in front of each other and we're going way too defensive. And then we both just went, all right, let's start doing those cuts out, back, and we both started doing it, and then we were both faking directions and doing it, and then we both find ourselves at different ranges and more angles. And we both couldn't see anything, and then we both after that went, we could now see stuff. I reckon a similar thing is this. So I'm like, you can do it, it's a range dependent thing. So if I go, stay where you are, if I go here, where it's like pretty like extended out with my foot is, from out here, I can do it as offense and then go spine or block. But if I didn't go to there and I went to there instead, go closer. I'm not extending this away from my body now because I'm not going to have the time to retract it. So I might fake it, have a look. It's more like I'm making that to see what can I do for a follow-up. So it's so range dependent, but I don't always get to pick the range. Sometimes I think it's going to be that long one, and I'm going here, and you've shuffled forward closer. So I was doing a hit, and then I've gone, whoa, and have to retract it at the last second, and like turn it into something else.
At least you're thinking high up the fence.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, anytime it gets like, I could be out here, and the spines are blocked. The second I get even a little bit closer, everything's up here with scratching the chin. Like bringing it back is too fast. I need the strong part of my weapon for the block. I need the shortest path possible so I can actually return it.
Got in a bit. I felt like I was forcing it. Yeah. Oh, you were doing the right thing, but
I did feel like I could feel your energy trying to
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the side, and that's when you got my fingers.
I was saying, don't try to actually don't actually try to get to the entry. See if you can get to that point.
Yeah.
Because you need the green light from the other person before you can finish it.
Yeah.
If they're depending on what they're doing, they're not going to let you.
Yeah.
But you'll start to see it, and then even if you don't get it, it'll feel right. You'll start to see the green light. You'll go, oh, that was it. That was when I should have done it. And that's what'll happen a few times. And after you see that 3 or 4 times, you start to find it. But it's all about you get to there, flush the hole, pivot away to close the hole. So actually do a practice one. So like go like even if you do that, almost like lean out to lift your back.
Oh yeah, be thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Don't take it off your body at all.
Nah.
So almost like start to do the fall thing. And yeah, exactly. That shows that side of your neck again. Yeah. And it's not hard for you at any point to just flow that back over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. On the exactly. So I'm like, do that same kind of fall in that you just did, where you don't throw it.
Yeah.
So if you step out, it makes me want to do that.
Yeah.
And now you've got better. Now, exactly.
And now I can.
Yeah. Even then, like, you can play it. You go, I'm not 100%. Like, maybe I don't. Maybe you still don't want to end it straight away. You're like, I want to still play more defense. You could do that, then do a fake. And like that could go past it, and you go fake, and then. Yeah, because I'm like, I probably would. Exactly. I'm like, because like if you just went straight for it, I probably would go here and go, oh my god, it's open, and you go for yours.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. And
yeah, it's all very.
It can be quite fast, and some people have a good 2, 3, 4 built into automatic.
Yeah.
So I'm like, sometimes the little fakes control it off.
Okay.
Yeah. Other times I fake and go, I should have just committed. Yeah, sorry, one more second. 22. I reckon next time that goes off, we'll switch to knife.
Yeah.
Just so we get. I just want to see a little bit of it. You're showing me a hole now. Yeah. And you're way closer in a good way. Nice, good movement. Good footwork, good head movement. Don't stop.
You will die.
Yeah.
Okay. That's enough.
I was just thinking, I'm like, I need to double up on that one.
Okay, well that
was good.
That's the most openings
You did it.
I've seen in ages.
That's such simultaneous.
I know what that is.
It's a distance.
Yeah.
It's you're not really doing. It's such higher. Your footwork leading a bit more with the head, but you're closer. You're narrower.
Yeah.
On the step, you're not as out.
And that was not forcing anything.
This step sets up largo.
Yeah.
This step sets up media and quarter.
And I also found by doing those, I could cross the centre and do like an Avanika safely.
Because you're in movement.
Yeah.
Your hands retracting. Your head is rolling around the blade.
Because normally I can't cross the centre.
It's that get away from where my blade is. If my blade's here, that way.
Yeah.
Your hands that way, your head's that way, your footwork's that way.
Right.
Nice, man.
That, if I can remember that, this
hopefully that's filming properly, because this is the really first test in 6 months of the camera.
Yeah.
But I got all that other footage off it after having all the problems. I think I recovered the Lange seminar. Yeah. So I think I could chuck that up as well, which would be good. But that was awesome.
Yeah, no, that got me well.
It's exactly what we needed the last part. And like I said, it's a distance, it's a feeling. It's hard, and you can't do it without opening yourself. Because like, if you stay shoulder up, it actually lets them chain off on you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to open so that I can hold it as selectively open, so that I can hit your strikes or you can just.
Yeah, no, I knew
if you don't open, they can do any strike. Now you can't read them, and now they get to chain.
I knew coming in like this and in front was just suicide. Like I keep getting caught out. And I was going,
people are looking at it going, where's the hands? Can I power through here? Can I fake that side?
And then I'm going to be going,
can I start retracting? And then you're reacting to everything instead of acting.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
Alright, let's just do a quick little bit on knife and Dos Manos.